Your cat does certain things for you that they do for absolutely nobody else. Not the person who feeds them, not the person who plays with them longest, not even the person who has known them since they were a kitten. There is a specific set of behaviors your cat reserves exclusively, completely, deliberately, and permanently for one person. And if your cat does these 7 things with you, that person is you. Every cat owner believes on some level that they are their cat's favorite person. It is a comfortable thought, a warm one. And for many people, it is also completely true. They just do not know how to confirm it. Because cats do not express preference the way dogs do. They do not run to the door when you come home with full body enthusiasm. They do not follow you from room to room with obvious tail-wagging devotion. Their love is quieter, more considered, expressed in gestures so specific and so subtle that most owners walk past them every single day without recognizing what they are seeing. What most cat owners do not realize is that feline affection is not distributed evenly. Cats are deeply selective about who receives their most significant behavioral gestures, and the behaviors on this list are not general comfort behaviors, not responses to food or play or simple familiarity. They are the specific, documented, research-supported behaviors that cats direct almost exclusively toward the individual they have chosen as their primary emotional bond, their person. Feline behavioral science, drawing on decades of research into cat attachment, social cognition, and interspecies bonding, has identified a set of behaviors that function as what researchers describe as primary affiliative signals. Behaviors that require trust so deep, vulnerability so genuine, and attachment so specific that they cannot be produced casually or distributed broadly. They are reserved, saved, held back from everyone else, and offered only to the one being the cat has decided, quietly and with complete certainty, deserves them. These are those 7 behaviors. Watch for them. Because if your cat gives them to you, all of them, consistently without agenda, you already know the answer to the question every cat owner secretly asks. You are their person, and they have been showing you that all along. They greet you differently than they greet anyone else. Most cat owners notice this without ever fully analyzing what they are seeing. When you come home, your cat appears. Not always immediately. Cats are not dogs, and they will not abandon a comfortable sleeping position for just anyone. But for you, something shifts. They come to the doorway. They appear at the top of the stairs. They materialize from wherever they were and orient their entire body toward your arrival. This is not the same behavior they display when anyone else enters the space. Research into feline greeting behavior, including observational studies examining how cats respond to the arrival of familiar versus primary bonded individuals, has found consistent patterns. Cats greeting their primary attachment figure display a specific constellation of behaviors that are largely absent when greeting secondary household members or visitors. Tail raised vertically, body oriented fully toward the arriving person. Soft vocalization, a quiet chirp or trill, different in quality from the demand meow used for food or attention, and often a slow, deliberate approach that ends in physical contact, a head press, an ankle weave, a body lean. The tail-up greeting is particularly significant. Feline ethologists have identified the vertically raised tail as one of the clearest social signals in the domestic cat's behavioral repertoire, a signal used almost exclusively in positive social interactions with beings the cat considers part of its core group. In cat-to-cat interactions, a tail-up approach is an invitation and an affirmation. When your cat raises their tail and walks toward you specifically, and does not do this for the other people in your home, they are making a social statement that has deep roots in feline communication history. The practical takeaway is simple and meaningful. Pay attention to how your cat greets you versus how they greet others. Not the surface reading, not just whether they appear, but the quality of the greeting. The tail position, the vocalization. There is a difference, and it is a critical one, between a cat who sleeps in the same room as you and a cat who sleeps in physical contact with you. Most cat owners have experienced both. Fewer have understood the distinction. Cats who sleep pressed against their primary bond, tucked into the curve of your knees, draped across your chest, nestled against the back of your legs, are doing something that overrides every survival instinct they carry. Sleep is maximum vulnerability for any animal. In the wild, a sleeping cat is a target. Every neurological system they possess pushes them toward concealed, elevated, protected sleeping locations. The decision to sleep in direct physical contact with another being requires the complete and genuine override of that system. And cats do not override it for everyone. Feline sleep behavior researchers have documented that direct physical contact during sleep is almost exclusively reserved for individuals with whom the cat has formed what scientists classify as a secure affiliative bond, a bond characterized by genuine trust, emotional safety, and chosen closeness. Your cat does not press against you in sleep because you are warm, although you are. They press against you because you are safe in a way that allows them to suspend the vigilance that never fully switches off in any other context. The practical takeaway: if your cat sleeps pressed against you, do not move them out of convenience. That contact is one of the most significant trust statements available to them. Disrupting it repeatedly, particularly if the cat seeks it again and is redirected again, communicates something the cat will notice and respond to over time. Let them stay. That weight against you is not an inconvenience. It is a declaration.